We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Denver Broncos. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to back him up almost a full 10 yards. It's going to be a loss of 9 officially, and it's 4th down. And the Jaguars send out their punter. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10.
At their own 28-yard line. Down. 56. Right, Eddie. 56. Right, we're good. We're good. Right, Eddie.
A first carry for Christian McCaffrey, who made his first Pro Bowl last year. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. On the ground, McCaffrey.
Second and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line. Down. 180.
Hey, what's that? Hey, what's the ball?
On first down, Carr. And that's complete to McCaffrey. And they get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
First down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Throwing now is Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week.
And the pressure gets to him again. Montez Sweat able to record his 5th sack of the season.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And Gonzalez puts this one through. And, Charles, when you start talking about NFL kickers that have hit from 62 or further, it's a pretty short list, isn't it?
That it is, but how about the trust by a head coach to even let your kicker try from that range? That's really showing a lot of faith that he can get the job done.
Yeah, faith and guts.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Here we go. Now the wood. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Let me know what you got. What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some.
And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Six-yard return after a punt of 48. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 20-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
This is something that we expected to see. McCaffrey used out of the backfield. 107 catches in 2018, the most in one season by an NFL running back.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Hey, we're good, we're good.
Now Carr. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. A huge play there for Denver. 53 yards.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Hey, 7:34. Express.
3-0 after one on EA Sports.
Broncos 3, Jaguars 0. Down. 185. 618.
On first and 10, here's Carr. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Christian McCaffrey with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the lead grows to 10-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This one fielded at the 5. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 to make it the 40-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. One first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up first and 10 at the 40. Now left side on the swing pass. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in as they'll have a short field here on first and 10. From the gun, a run with Cannon. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
On second and 11 now. Mariota, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
He's not going to get me. One.
Mariota fighting to stay upright. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now after the INT, it's Carr. Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be 2nd down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. On 2nd and 10, Carr. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3.
93.
Here's Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Montez Sweat in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Here's Austin. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Safety's creeping. 36.
They'll run it here with Hunt. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
General, Max.
Here we go. What? Watch what? It's just...
They'll run. This is Hunt. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So Max number 1, Max number 6.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mariota, he's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe when we look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Here's Hunt. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. On the run, this is Hunt. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Hey, check 24. Check 24. Check. Switch. Slam.
This is Hunt on the draw play. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Hey, we're good. You want it?
They go play action here on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
It's our time.
Throwing again. Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Devin White. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
To throw his Carr. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Now Austin. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Mariota now from the 50. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sam Hubbard making his presence felt in the backfield.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Check. Fresno.
Here's McCaffrey. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
I can't believe they let you play.
Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Express.
Hey, seam 6.
6 right there. 56. Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. Mike 56. Mike 56.
Later one.
Shotgun now for Carr. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line.
Big hit all day. Sack City, baby.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for Denver. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now, wide 80.
Right there, 54 Mike. Double dog. That's the way. Show it.
3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. This is brought in at the 21. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Quiet, 64, weak. One.
Here's Mariota. Hauling it in, Nelson. Touchdown, Jaguars. J.J. Nelson, his first touchdown on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Hey, one set. Check Mike, 54. Hey, no, wait. 54. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Mike 5-4. Mike.
Carr going to throw. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Denver has the first down. The play going for 15 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Carr. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That's good for 28 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
We're good.
To throw again. Carr under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jair Alexander in from the corner to make the sack. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Hey, wahoo!
Express.
56. Check, 56. It's been a long day for you. 56.
93.
6, right there. 56. Yo. Mike 56. Mike 56. Here it comes.
Purdue.
General West.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Now, 180. 637. Express. White.
Mike 5-4. You look 9-9.
Hey, Raider 2.
Right there.
54, right there.
On third and long, it's Carr. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good pickup there of 22.
Broncos first down. First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Now, 185.
54. So don't say nothing.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. That is caught by McCaffrey for a Denver touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his second touchdown of the afternoon, and the Broncos have taken the lead. Gonzalez to add the PAT. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a first and 10. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sag. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminated in touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Brings up second and 9 at the 21-yard line.
Second and 9 now from the 21. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end.
Switch.
Express.
Throwing his car on third down. Airing one out for Boyd. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And no return on this one as that kicks out of bounds, so they'll start just outside of their own 30-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Break that. Blue line. 54 all day. Three. Back.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty.
Watch the ship. Hey.
Three.
Now it's Hunt. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a gain of 3, and it sets him up with second and just 2 yards to go.
Brings up second down. At the
34.
34-yard line.
Watch 54. Down to lose one.
One.
Set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
On 2nd and 2, Mariota looking middle, and it's incomplete. J.J. Nelson, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
When you can count on one hand the number of completions you've had in a game and we're in the second half, that tells you it's really not been your day.
Yeah, but you're losing. You can't just abandon the passing game altogether.
Yeah, maybe you can get hot, string a few together, and get rolling.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Right there. 54.
Now Mariota. This one complete to Kelvin Harmon. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
And a Jaguar first down.
Ready? Hey, hold on. You're not ready.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Mariota to throw it this time. Going to throw deep for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
The Jaguars on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Mariota. He's going to find his man. That's Tavon Austin. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try and push it in with Gore. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Frank Gore, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Butker now to add the extra point. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th.
Harrison Butker set to kick off.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Brought down back at the 24-yard line.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Broncos on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Working from the gun, it's Carr. This pass complete to Reynolds. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10.
Right now, you better bring it. Watch twist.
From the gun, it's Carr. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Mike 5-4.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
Now Carr. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Motion.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. It's outside.
To throw on 3rd down. Carr gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 41-yard line.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and this is what we saw there. A nice pickup for a 1st down.
He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Robbie Anderson. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what do we...
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Another try after the 1st down sack. Mariota. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. He'll let it fly for Austin. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Mariota to throw for it on 4th. It's caught. Nelson. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Mariota to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Here's Mariota. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett, and he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Let's go.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
You don't want none. Pick up the ball. 29.
Now Carr. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Check 56. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
56. Mike, 734. Hey, 734.
Back to you. I'm going back to you.
Shift. Watch the shift. Low.
Joker.
694.
56. Mike 56.
Hey, Echo.
Coming out to you. I'm coming out to you.
Carr to throw. And that's complete to McCaffrey. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
First down. First and 10.
56. Let's go one more.
Carr going to throw here. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
Check 56.
First and 10. At the 48-yard line.
Big Ed.
Hey, 734.
Back to throw, Carr. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Heavy. 618. Get set.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises, really both sides did, but they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for Denver, they pick up their 2nd win now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports. Coach, this is the city, Los Angeles, California. That's where we are for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Los Angeles Rams. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Let him turn the corner. Some serious pressure right out of the gate. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
One thing rookies need to learn at this level, and quick, make a cut, be decisive, and go. Because in college, you could dance around and wait for a hole to open because you're probably a better athlete than most of the guys on the field, but not on the NFL level.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Here we go, 76, 76.
From the gun, here's Goff. And his throw is incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
But certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. Now it's gone. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. He's going through a rough patch throwing the football. 4 interceptions in that loss last week. Opening drive starts the game with a pick here.
Well, we did spend time with the head coach and the offensive coordinator and asked him, what did you see on tape? What did you see on film? And they talked about mechanics, making sure that he gets his feet underneath him, doesn't overstride, does a better job taking care of the football. And I think they're as shocked as anyone to see the first one of the game here in this one.
Yeah, he needs to start heeding their advice. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip. Hey! Undercut.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Aaron Jones with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. McManus's point after is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. A shotgun snap for goal. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
All day. Check 3, check 3, check 4
down.
After the run, Goff going to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jarrad Davis came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Goff. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes to...
Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. So a first-quarter sack, and remember, keep in mind, he had 2 sacks in last week's game.
And it's always intriguing to me to watch these great pass rushers because some of them, they need their team to tie people, make it a one-on-one matchup. Other guys, they just defeat everything in front of them. To get 2 sacks in a game, it's a little bit of both for you.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to read.
And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off at the 46. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Well, I think this is a free play for Newton. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Lions 7, Rams nothing.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
That's it. Ready to eat.
You get blocked, me.
Great.
You get blocked, me. Let's go.
He may try and run for this. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a 4th down. Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the 2nd quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays, because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have 1 or 2 for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for right now. That spot of the field, call one of those and go get 6.
They snap it to Newton. And that is going to be incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this Rams defense comes up with a goal line stand. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
He's talking about you. He's telling the right. Telling the right.
Hey, orbit.
Mike 40. Check. He's coming.
Watch the run.
Now gone. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
The Rams on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Check 31. Check 37. Check Check 9.
Super.
Check the backer.
12, 12.
To throw is gone. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Tracy Walker. To the 43, so down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Let's go.
Ready?
Here we go,
Now following the interception, here's Newton. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
They're in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year.
Apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his running back, Aaron Jones, that time. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Newton. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. At their own 20-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Rush in, rush in, rush in.
Jackson on 3rd and long from his end zone. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And taken right on the 30. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10.
Okay, 180. I got you, pop.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
He's crashing.
From the gun, here's Newton. Man open is Keelan Cole, complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, team.
Out of the gun, Newton. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Third and long, it's Newton. He'll get this one to Golladay. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Let's go.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. A good run of 6 yards there gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up. One back in the game, that's Jones, 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right, and he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point from McManus is good, and it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They
got his man complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. A big play there for L.A. And even 40 yards. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Jackson now. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Run you over.
Check 50. Check 50.
It's great. Right here. Come. Hustle.
Again, Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jarrad Davis. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
20.
Check my 50.
Here we go.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Back to throw, Newton. He's going to air one out. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, but they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. The shotgun snap for Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They need time to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
So 3rd down, and defensively, the Rams have added 2 extra DBs. From the gun, Newton got an open man, Keelan Cole. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First down Lions on a pickup of 13. Newton now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. Play action, it's Newton. They'll roll him out right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. That's going to be caught. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. McManus's point after is good. And it's now 21-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go!
At their own 19-yard line.
Let's go!
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Check. Check hot route. Hot.
Check 99.
66. Pull it. Hot. He's checking. Crash.
To throw is Jackson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now it's Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. To throw is Newton. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. Operating from the gun, Newton. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Dante Jackson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they've made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Trey Flowers there on the tackle.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
On the double. 40. Watch the pass. Let's walk. Get wide. Shoot.
Throwing is Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off around the 37. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Now McManus for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. They'll keep it on the ground. McFarland. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
On third down, McFarland. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it and pick up first downs.
Now Justin Coleman brings him down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
On second down now, McFarland. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. The Rams on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 7. Now a give, right side. McFarland, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Check.
They'll try and run for it. And some room to maneuver. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down. I got to tell you, I'm shocked. When I realized they were running the football at 4th and that distance, I thought that was a surefire throw.
I can hear it in your voice because I'm the exact same way. No one runs the football in this situation, right? You've got to throw it to have a chance unless you're them. Talk about supreme confidence bordering on arrogance, and they got it done, keeping the ball on the ground to pick up the first down.
And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
On second down, McFarland. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. The Rams on third down, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Jackson. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. They'll keep it on the ground. McFarland. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Lions will take over. So they finally get their first trip to the red zone, and it ends with nothing.
And that's what I'm going to focus on with you, because you teed it up really well. Finally get to the red zone. So there's got to be a little bit of frustration because they haven't moved the ball as well as they wanted to all game. Now they get there, but we got to go for it because we don't know if we can get back here again. We don't know how many opportunities because they've been sputtering a little bit.
Absolutely. At this stage in the second half, to get there and not get it for the first time, tough.
Check 43.
They'll go again to Jones. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And finding Keelan Cole. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Check. 8. Fresno. Tight dog.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Tracy Walker. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Newton's going to throw it. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a 1st down.
1st down, Detroit.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check curls.
They give to Johnson going right. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 1st down Lions on a pickup of 13.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
They go play action here on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
Here's Newton. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. That was Dante Jackson, the one who got a hand in to knock it away. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Newton now to throw. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know. Are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room and get the heck out of here?
That is one way to approach it. Sometimes coaches say, that's it, okay? It hasn't worked all game. There's no sense in doing something now. Let's get out of here. No one gets hurt. But others will look at it and say, we still have an opportunity to do something.
On the line.
Exactly. You have pride on the line, execution as you look forward and get ready for your next game, and a message to your team. We're not going to quit. No matter what the battle is, we're going to finish this thing out.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From Los Angeles, so long, everybody.